Why, good evening, folks. How we doing? I'm uh, I'm Ad, and we are on the Fans of the Diamond tonight. If you didn't get a chance to look at that picture, that is Shoeless Joe looking at the wall with Fandor written on it, and I felt that was I got a kick out of that one just because the movie was based on Shoeless Joe playing one more game in the big scandal, and then they put Fandor on the wall. Oh, and the White Sox are also sponsored by the Hard Rock Gaming and Casino. But anyway, we have Dylan at the Dylan on the bottom there, and then Jason over there. And how we all doing tonight, guys?
Doing just fine, gentlemen. How are you?
Can you guys bring the cooler weather down here? Because the only thing hotter than South Florida summer is Mr. Baez's debut against the Cubs this weekend, and I'm sure we'll talk about that at some point.
Yeah, what did he do? Fill the people in that don't pay attention to sports.
In his big league, literally first pitch Baez saw in the big leagues, hit it out for a home run. Next at bat, home run. Next at bat, home run. Only time I think in MLB history that a guy's first three at bats all ended in home runs.
They weren't just home runs; they were like last row of Wrigley Field. They were shots. I think one went opposite field. I think the first one went opposite field.
No, I think first one was like to a little bit left to center. It was a bomb.
Jay, any thoughts on the Baez intro?
Yeah, it was a very fun intro to see Baez crush those three home runs, and then I think in his next game he ended up going hitless. So yeah, go figure. But no, it was fun. It was fun to watch, especially for a team like the Cardinals right now, which are still kind of hovering on the brink of wild card contention, and it's like they're kind of teetering back and forth between that third wild card spot and falling out of contention. So the Cardinals definitely need a little bit of gusto here coming down the last stretch of the season. And this is why they called up Baez, exactly why. They want to see what he can provide this young lineup and see if he can infuse any electricity in it. Well, he did in his debut game, so it was really fun to see.
It was exciting.
It was, yeah.
So just remember, guys, he still got 3 hits right out of the bat. He could go 3 for 10 and still be batting 300. So
Yes,
only in
very
baseball,
true.
only in baseball can that happen.
Yep.
So, Jay, do you want to take your moment to unleash on one of your teammates,
Oh, Kyle Tucker.
or do you want me to wait, or do you want to wait? It's up to you. I mean, you brought it up early this morning, so I figured your engine was already roaring at whatever time that text came in.
Yeah, you know what? This, what makes this game unique and so special at the same time is that it is really, really, really difficult to play. Traditional football fans, basketball fans, hockey fans will say, well, how difficult can it be? You play it on a diamond and you just throw the ball, you hit the ball. Wrong. There are a lot of mental nuances involved with this game. There are a lot of ebbs and flows. There are a lot of ups and downs. There are peaks and valleys. There are streaks and there are slumps. I have been willing to chalk all of that up to pure excuse for Kyle Tucker this entire season. But after watching him play this entire past weekend, especially in this series against Milwaukee, I'm done with him. I'm done with him. And here's the reason why. There was that routine fly ball that he should have caught in right field that he just flat out dropped. He played it right. He got a good angle on the ball. He saw the ball hit off the bat. He was at the warning track. He just did not catch it. And after the ball dropped out of his glove, he just lollygagged over, fielded it, and threw it in. I mean, let's just forget about the fact that it added an additional 2 runs for the Milwaukee Brewers, who went on to win that game last night. But I brought up my intro there about the nuances and the mistakes and the ebbs and flows because that's what every baseball player goes through.
Marcus, where are you jumping in or what? Jay, there you go. There's a Packer. There's a Pack girl in the audience
Nice.
this evening.
Hey, how you doing? If I can
I'm
call
not
you
sure.
Packer.
I'm not sure the other one is. I'm still getting acquainted because we are live on the KCB network as well tonight.
But anyway,
that means part
as
of
I
us,
was
so.
as I was saying, after watching Kyle Tucker this past weekend, I'm getting past just the terrible swing he has. I'm getting past the terrible offensive numbers he has at Dodger Stadium, which are ridiculously bad. I mean, a 189 batting average, a 270 slugging percentage. Are you kidding me? Right now, he looks like he just does not want to be out there on the field. He does not want to be out there on the field playing the game. And all I got to say is if Tommy Lasorda was managing this team, Kyle Tucker would have been out of the starting.
Why is he getting so much better on the road? He's up to 275 on the road. Is there a difference between being in Dodger Stadium and on the road, you think? Do you think maybe the pressure's too high, or Marcus is laughing at us because he's, used to be a Kyle Tucker guy on his team a long time ago?
You didn't read that? I said I'll jump in as soon as Jason shit talks Kyle Tucker. As soon as I heard his name, I popped in.
Yeah. So Adam, the reason why Kyle Tucker was out of the lineup on Thursday is because Dave Roberts said Tucker actually approached him and said, "I can't take playing in LA right now. He just can't take the pressure of playing in LA." Well, you know what? Hoo hoo hoo. You should have thought about that, Kyle, before you signed your free agent contract with the Dodgers. You should have thought about that. And you should have entertained better offers from the New York Mets, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Houston Astros, and the New York Yankees, the other teams that were interested in getting you, or the Dodgers did.
That right there. Handle LA. How are you going to handle New York, especially the Bronx?
Adam, I don't know. But from what I've seen of Tucker right now, I'm done with the excuses. I'm done with the ebbs and flows. I'm done with the nuances. This guy has had 3.5 months to figure it out. Now, assuming he's not playing injured, and there's no reason to believe he is because they haven't brought it up. Assuming he's not playing injured, this guy's had 3.5 months to figure it out. He's a former all-star for crying out loud. Okay. This guy batted 300 or more 3 out of 5 seasons with the Astros. This guy was a quality player in Houston. And even though his numbers started to decline each of the last 3 seasons, his only year in Chicago last season, the year before that in Houston, still, he was a quality ball player, one of the best at his position when the Dodgers signed him. Your production just does not fall off that fast with an inability to correct it unless you just flat out don't care. He does not care. He does not want to be out there on that field. And you know what? Like I said a couple minutes ago, if Tommy Lasorda was managing this team, $240 million or not, he would be riding the pine. The only thing Kyle Tucker needs to be doing for the Los Angeles Dodgers is filling the Gatorade coolers full of water and sorting out the sunflower seeds, the peanuts, and the bubble gum on top of the dugout benches, because that is all he's good for. And I'm sick and tired of hearing people like Doug McCain and all the other Dodger experts and insiders say, oh, well, he still has 2 more months to get it right. Let's not forget, he could get hot in September and go on a massive roll in the postseason. Bullshit. If he hasn't figured it out by now, and if he hasn't mentally processed playing in Los Angeles right now, he's not going to. All right? And I am sick and tired of watching him kick grass in the outfield and lollygag while the rest of his team are playing their balls off, trying to get out of this little losing slump they're in. Shohei is gritting it out there. Freddie Freeman is gritting it out there. The guy being Freddie Freeman took a colossal body flop in the dugout for crying out loud and was back in the lineup the day after. If Tucker took a spill like that in the dugout, he'd be crying, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, get me out of here. And he would want to be put on the injured list. The rest of his team is balling out, trying to figure out ways to win and work out of the slump. And what is he doing? He just doesn't care. So I'm sorry. I am sick and tired of making excuses for this guy. I don't give a damn how much money he's being paid. At the end of the season, the Dodgers need to cut bait with him. They need to jettison him, eat up all the money. Andrew Friedman, Brandon Gomes, and Stan Cassidy need to look at each other across the other side of the table and say, we made a mistake. Sell him for pennies on the dollar. Let him go to Cincinnati. Let him go to Houston. Let him go to Texas. Let him go to the Sacramento A's of Las Vegas of Henderson County, where he won't have to deal with that kind of pressure. I am sick and tired of it. If he hasn't done shit by now, he's not going to do it ever. There's my rant.
Jason,
Yes.
a couple things. One about Tucker, one about Edwin Diaz.
Yes.
You mentioned the play in the ninth inning yesterday two plays in the ninth inning where one, he dropped the ball, and I think there was another misplay. Tucker is supposedly a really good defensive right fielder. And how does he drop a fly ball? A fly ball in LA. And I know it's sunny, but you know what? It's sunny, and you know what? A 4:00 game in San Francisco is no day at the beach. A 4:00 game in Fenway is no day at the beach. That's not an excuse. I mean,
no,
it does happen.
Well, and then you mentioned Edwin Diaz has not looked good at all this year. I think Diaz's ERA is over 11 this year, if my memory serves me right.
It's 11.25 or 11.48 the last time I checked.
And I know Diaz hasn't been great. I know Diaz had the elbow scoped.
Yeah.
But the Dodgers' two biggest moves this winter will get Edwin Diaz and Kyle Tucker. And be honest with you, neither has panned out.
And you know what, Dylan? You're not going to hear any argument from me, and here's the reason why. If you guys recall, I was on this show. Well, I was on open mic night way back in the winter. And I don't know if it was Adam or you or somebody else or Big Rich who asked me, Jason, how do you feel about the Dodgers getting Edwin Diaz? How do you feel about the Dodgers getting Kyle Tucker? And I believe my exact response was this: got to play the games. Got to play the games. I have learned with all my infinite baseball knowledge and fandom over the years to no longer get excited about a major free agent acquisition. And this is the reason why, Dylan, because there's enough pressure on these guys to live up to those contracts in the first place. But when you get all ramped up and excited and geeked out about these guys and they don't perform to our standards the way that we want them to, the rant that I just gave is exactly what happens. And I really don't like acting like this because I consider myself to be an objective fan. I enjoy watching the nuances of the game and watching what takes place in between the play, both in the clubhouse and on the field. But this is exactly why I did not get excited about these two guys, because the numbers were trending downwards for both of these guys when they were signed by the Dodgers in the winter. And bottom line, Andrew Friedman fell into the hype when he signed these guys, is what he did. At the time, Diaz was the best closing pitcher on the market. At the time, Kyle Tucker was the best right fielder on the open market, just based on the players who were available and based on the numbers. And you know what? From that standpoint, yeah, you're obviously going to sign them. But they fell into the hype. And this now is a result of what's happened. And as a result, Dylan, we can't expect anything from Kyle Tucker in October. If we can expect something from Edwin Diaz in October, it's not going to be as a closer. Because I do believe that if once Dave Roberts throws him out there again, Diaz's leash is really short. And if he blows 2 more saves, that's it. He is out as a closer. And I think they take their chances with Tanner Scott and roll the dice as their closer.
MDE is on fire already. I love it.
Good.
Oh, shit.
You know what? Edwin Diaz's ERA is higher than Snoop Dogg plus Willie Nelson's THC level on their last test. You are absolutely right, MDE. You're not going to get any argument from me as a Dodgers fan on that.
And for that matter, I think Dodger fans would have respected more out of Tarek Skubal, and he's been okay. I mean, it's funny that Skubal was supposed to be the best pitcher in baseball, and the guy that Brewers didn't want to give up actually outpitched Skubal yesterday.
Yeah, Tarek Skubal. Look, I was also realistic about Skubal's acquisition at the trade deadline. I was not expecting him to come in and be Clayton Kershaw or Sandy Koufax or Bob Welch or anyone or Fernando Valenzuela. I wasn't expecting him to be tossing 9 inning, 1-hit shutouts every start. It's a lot harder for a pitcher to adjust to a new team at the trade deadline. And the reason why is because they have to get used to throwing off a new mound. They have to get used to a new routine. They have to get used to a whole new organization that does things differently. The Dodgers run things differently than the Detroit Tigers do in terms of their off the field regimen, how each player works out, And plus, he's also getting acclimated to new coaches. As he's finding out, Mark Pryor is a much different pitching coach than whom the Tigers employ. Now, with that being said, do I think Skubal on a scale of 1 to 10, Dylan, has been about a 5? He's been average, at best to good. He's been good enough to keep the Dodgers in the games. Unfortunately, their offense doesn't do diddly-poo. And that's why he feels more pressure to go out there and back up the 2 AL Cy Young awards he has, because he knows his offense right now couldn't punch their way out of a paper bag.
I mean, look at the way Corey Mize started whenever he was in San Diego. First game, what did he do? Give up 8 runs in 4 innings?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Since then, he's been pretty much lights out since that.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I will say this, guys. I will say this. Given what I said about Kyle Tucker, is there a chance that he gets extremely hotter than a jalapeno in a Mexican farm market in October? Absolutely. There is a chance that happens. Is there a chance that he closes out the season going 121 for his final 125 at-bats? Absolutely. But it's just the overall body language, just the way he plays, just the nonchalant fielding. He doesn't play with any emotion. Now, a lot of that goes into his confidence, which he doesn't have because he's been in the season-long batting slump. And as much as I want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, Dylan, I can't do that when I see him lollygag around on the field. And when he drops a routine fly ball, he acts like it doesn't mean anything. He acts like Teoscar Hernandez, like it's not the end of the world, guys. I just dropped a fly ball. Big deal. Really? That's a routine fly ball I could have caught in my 50s, Kyle. So that's the one thing that irritates me more than anything. If you're going to go out there and stink, at least do it giving up some effort. He's not putting in any effort whatsoever, and that's what makes it so frustrating. And the cascade of boos that came out of Dodger Stadium down towards right field this past weekend definitely deserved them. He definitely deserved them. I wish I was there to give them. Unfortunately, I was in San Francisco at Oracle Park on Friday night. I wish I could have been at Dodger Stadium instead, throwing Dodger dogs and peanuts at Kyle Tucker in right field.
Why were you at Oracle Park?
It was the anniversary of my father-in-law's passing. He was a massive San Francisco Giants fan, and around this time every August, we started a family tradition where we go see a Giants home game to commemorate his passing. He meant a lot. Obviously, he was my wife's father and her siblings' father, and he was a very positive person in their lives. And so because he was a massive Giants fan, we've decided to mark the anniversary of his passing by going to see a Giants game at Oracle Park around this time every year.
Were you by the guy that screams that weird shit?
No, that's the guy that sits up in the row of seats right below the press box, right below Kirk and Kipe. We were down along the third base line about field level, about 15 or 20 rows back. We actually had some excellent seats.
So you get good seats for this game?
Yes, we got great seats for the game.
Cool. That's a cool little thing to do.
Wait, this past weekend would have been Rockies Giants, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
And by the way, MDE, thank you for the comment. I appreciate it.
Hey, Marcus. When Tucker played for the Astros, did you notice anything crazy, or like was he always what he is? Always been this personality, whether it be in Houston, Chicago, or LA?
He was actually decent in Houston. Never had no issues with him.
He was an all-star in Houston.
And by the way, Max Muncy hit one about 461 feet, so Dodgers up 5-0.
Yeah.
We have an off day. We need it, and we do not need no more Sunday night baseball games because now we've lost back-to-back Sunday night baseball against the Padres and the Mariners. But I need a break.
Those Padres are hot right now.
Yeah.
They made some good trades.
I don't know how AJ Fowler finds the prospects, but he does. He does.
Corey
Yeah,
Mize and Robbie Ray, great addition to the pitching staff in San Diego.
and maybe getting Joe Musgrove back in the not too distant future.
Yeah, he's coming back real soon.
That's why he's on my IL spot.
He was a Pirate at one time.
Yeah, traded. Yeah. Wasn't he? Yeah, Houston traded him for Garrett Cole, right?
He was a Houston Astro as well. That was the trade that sent him from Pittsburgh to Houston, and that was the trade that sent Cole from Pittsburgh to Houston, and then Musgrove went from Houston to Pittsburgh.
Oops.
Yep. Yeah, I saw Musgrove pitch way back when he was in the minor leagues with the Fresno Grizzlies when they were the Astros AAA affiliate several years ago.
Yeah, Musgrove's actually a San Diego guy. I remember when he threw that no-hitter in Arlington.
Yeah.
And then, obviously this past weekend we all heard the death of Tommy John. I mean, anybody's heard of Tommy John? Anybody's watched baseball? I'm sure they've heard. I'm sure baseball fans have heard of Tommy John's surgery. Where
288 wins, not in the Hall of Fame. Is that awesome, or what am I missing?
I'm sorry, Adam, you cut off. Can you say that again, please?
I said 288 wins. What am I missing? Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame?
Probably because he has 220 some odd losses. He does have a lot of losses compared to his wins. But I will say this, though. When you look at his career of 288 wins, 161 of those came after his surgery. And you know what? There are contributors who have played a key part in the history of the game of baseball. The man who performed the surgery on Tommy John, Dr. Frank Jobe, is in the Hall of Fame as a contributor. And I think at the very least, you can't have Frank Jobe in that hall and not have Tommy John in there as well. So if anything, if you're not going to put Tommy in there, forget about the fact that he was a 4-time All-Star, and forget about the fact that he pitched in 3 World Series, 2 with the Dodgers in 77, 78, and then 1 in 81 with the Yankees. And forget about the other career numbers. Tommy should at least be in there for playing an integral role in helping players and pitchers especially extend their careers with Dr. Frank Jobe. So I agree with you, Adam. I think Tommy needs to be in there, especially since there are other pitchers and other players in the Hall of Fame who should be in the Hall of Good rather than the Hall of Fame based on their numbers. But that's a different conversation for a different day.
Is it?
Yes. Yes. If we get into it tonight, we'll be doing the show for 4 hours, and we don't want to do that.
Although you happily could, because you're in California, it's only 6:27 in your area of the country.
This is correct, but I got to start making dinner here pretty soon. So I am on the clock, though. And my daughter has volleyball practice, so volleyball season starts.
Jay, you're not doing this. Pizza, please.
I'm sorry?
Pizza, please.
Pizza? What?
That's ordering out, I guess.
We've ordered out too much in the last week and a half, man. And that trip up to San Francisco took a big toll out of our food budget. So there you go.
You probably ate good up there, though.
Yes, I did. The all beef dogs that they serve at Giants games are actually pretty damn good. I'll even be so bold as to say they're better than Dodger dogs, but that's a bold step.
That's a bucket list part. Giants ballpark, or AT&T Park, whatever it's called.
Oracle Park.
Oracle Park.
I'm talking about San Fran, not Oakland.
Yeah, it's Oracle Park, Marcus. It's a beautiful stadium. It is a great place to go see a game.
Oracle owns the Warriors Stadium and Oracle Park in San Francisco.
I love how you got a good view of the bay in the outfield.
And Oracle Arena, where the Warriors play, is literally right. That's
what I was thinking of.
I think the Warriors don't play at Oracle Arena anymore. They play at Chase Arena in San Francisco.
No shit. I was just saying, when I hear Oracle, I think of Oakland. But they named the ballpark. It used to be AT&T Park or something, or Jones AT&T Park. And now they renamed it. I didn't even know they renamed it.
Yes.
I don't know. I remember when T-Mobile Park was Seiko Field. Not that it really matters anymore, but Marcus and I probably still think of Houston as Minute Maid Park rather than Duncan Park or whatever it is.
Daikin.
I was there in 2008, Marcus. Was it Enron or was it Minute Maid then?
It was Minute Maid. It was only Enron for like 1 or 2 years. I think in 2002 they named it Minute Maid.
Was
Then
that still where Towers Hill was like 9 miles away?
It went from the juice box to the ice box so quickly.
That was one of the neatest stadiums I've been in. Was Minute Maid.
And it was built right off an old train station. Like the little walk in the outfield where you see the Hall of Fame and all that used to be train tracks. That's why they kept the walls brick and the floor rough. To say you're walking on a former train track.
Huh.
And the old iconic station's one of the main entrances. You can walk through the old station, and as soon as you walk in, you're like right there in between first base and right field.
Yeah, I'm with you, MD. I don't know. I think Tommy was more of a compiler. 3-time All-Star, a couple runners up for the Cy Young. By the way, I've got a trivia questions for all 3 of you guys coming up before long. But seemingly more and more guys need Tommy John or Netter Brace. Think of guys who come back from Tommy John surgery at some point. Guys?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm texting one of the other coaches. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, you're good. Other pitchers that came. There's so many people coming back from Tommy John. It's not even a surgery anymore. It's like a free year out of baseball.
Well, if you think John Smoltz came back from Tommy John, Adam Wainwright, Steven Strasburg, Verlander. I think Kerry Wood came back from Tommy John at one point. Jason, think of guys who come back from Tommy John surgery at some point.
Who had Tommy John surgery?
Think of guys who've come back from Tommy John, please.
Successfully or unsuccessfully?
Hopefully successfully.
Well, Walker Buehler had 2 Tommy John surgeries that he recovered from. The first recovery was fairly successful because he helped the Dodgers win it all in 2020. Hasn't recovered so nicely from the second one. Let's see.
He did get the last out in 24.
Yeah, he did. But when you look at his numbers since the second surgery, they haven't been nearly as good as they were, during his first post-TJ surgery recovery. So there's that. Who else has had? God, so many pitchers have had this surgery. I would literally have to go online and research all of them to find out which ones did.
I know my guy Chris Sale on the one Tommy John 2020 because I remember when his elbow went kaput in spring training before all hell shut down.
I just remember John Smoltz had it. In fact, that was a surgery that prompted the move for John Smoltz from the starting rotation to the bullpen, where he racked up, I think, 140, 150 career saves. So he was kind of like a poor man's Dennis Eckersley. He was forced to go to the bullpen after that TJ surgery, and he was just as dominant as a closer as he was a starter with the Braves. So there's a successful. I also Chris Carpenter, who used to pitch for the Cardinals, recovered from Tommy John surgery. He pitched very well.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Dodgers have had a couple of other guys have the surgery. Trying to remember who most recently, aside from Buehler, but there have been a few.
Evan Phillips.
This question makes sense. Am I reading it, looking at too much into it?
How many pitchers came back to pitch prior to TJ having the first ever surgery with that same injury? None. Their careers are done. Next MLB, TJ equals Candy. I assume Candiotti is Tom Candiotti, but I don't recall Candiotti having Tommy John surgery.
Was Tom Candiotti a knuckleball?
Tom Candiotti did throw a knuckleball. He wasn't a primarily knuckleball specialist the way Tim Wakefield was, but he threw it.
Tim Wakefield never had Tommy John, right?
No, not that I recall.
Oh shit! Now he wants us to Google shit. Fuck, MD. I love you, brother, but I'm not Googling shit in the middle of a show right now.
Hey, let's move on. Let's talk about something else.
Okay. What would you like to talk about tonight?
Okay, well then I'm gonna transition my trivia question, boys.
I already finished with my Kyle Tucker rant, so let's go ahead. Yeah, let's do something else.
Trivia question. Tommy John was second in the Cy Young voting twice. NL in
Yes.
1977, AL in 1979. Who won the NL Cy Young in 1977 and the AL Cy Young in 1979? Different guys.
The 77 National League Cy Young Award winner was let's see. I want to say it was Randy Jones of the Padres, but I know it wasn't. That's not my answer. I know it wasn't.
It was not. Jones won, I think, in 76. Yes.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Randy Jones in 76. 77 NL Cy Young Award winner. Oh, you know what? Was it Mike Marshall out of the Dodgers bullpen?
No, Marshall won the 74 Cy Young.
Okay, Mike Marshall won 74. I'm
not good with this back then data stuff.
As far as let me jump to the 78 AL Cy Young Award. I'm going to say that
79 AL Cy Young. Ron Henry won 78.
79 AL Cy Young Award. I'm going to say that one went to I'm going to say Bill Spaceman Lee of the Boston Red Sox.
No, I think Bill Spaceman Lee was in Montreal that year. By the way, I actually met Spaceman Lee. He actually threw against my Roy Hobson many, many years ago.
Oh, nice.
What about a McNally pitcher out of Baltimore?
Oh, Dave McNally. I forgot about him.
No, not Dave McNally. I think McNally was retired by 79. But in order did win the
Cy Young in
79.
I thought he was on the Orioles when they lost to the Pirates.
Yeah, McNally started games 1 and 5 of that 79 World Series.
77 NL Cy Young Award winner was Steve Carlton of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yes, lefty.
How could I have forgotten that first? Jesus.
He only won a few Cy Youngs. I'm surprised it took you forever.
I know.
Cy Young in 79.
Oh, okay. I'm just looking at the score on my phone. I'm not Googling.
Come on, Adam, you should get this. He pitched against your Buccos in the World Series that year.
I took a guess. I named a Baltimore pitcher. I took a guess. All right, leave me alone. Boston Paul, what's happening?
I think Boston Paul, this is right up your alley. 79 AL Cy Young Award winner. Help out these brainiacs.
We ain't brainiacs. I'm not anyway.
How about Marcus? You have any insights? 79 AL Cy Young winner.
No, but the only thing I can say is I watched a lot of baseball over the weekend after Skip Bertman's passing, and the Field of Dreams game was so boring this year. It was a blowout, but I only tuned in to watch the pregame festivities. I like when they come out the cornfield. And next year's Field of Dreams game is going to be the Royals and the Red Sox.
There you go, Paul. That's right up your alley. Out in the Midwest.
Jason, you have any guesses?
I'm going to guess Mike Flanagan of the Baltimore Orioles. I think he pitched for the Orioles that year.
Yeah. 23 games and an AL Cy Young win. And the 1980, Steve Stone won 25 for the O's.
Yep. Flanagan was sneaky good.
Well,
and then I think he ended up committing suicide at some point.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Didn't know about all that now.
Well, since we lost the legendary coach, who would y'all put him in y'all Mount Rushmore of college baseball coaches, and who else would you throw in there? I'll let
Who's
Jason
that, Marcus?
go first. Okay, so Skip Bertman passed away on Friday.
Yeah, I heard.
He had some heart issue, and he was 88 years old. The whole state of Louisiana's been mourning. The whole baseball world's been mourning. But everyone said we called him the father of LSU baseball for a reason. He took a program and turned it into a dynasty, winning 5 national championships in the 90s.
Yeah.
Would you put him up there with like a Augie Garrido or Ron Frazier or Rod Dedeaux, or who's that one?
Mike Martin?
Who's another like iconic college baseball coach you put like in a Mount Rushmore?
Well, Fresno State had. Yeah, to answer your question, yes, Skip Bertman belongs among the pantheon of great college baseball coaches of all time. And you're right, Marcus. He took an LSU program and turned it into a perennial contender. Even when they didn't win the College World Series, they were in it every single season. And I would put him up there with the Augie Garridos. I would put him up there with the Rod Dedeaux of USC. Fresno State had a legendary coach for a long time by the name of Bob Bennett. Widely revered through all college baseball channels. He produced some great major league pitchers like Dick Ruthven. He helped produce Bobby Jones, Mark Gardner. The list just goes on and on and on. Steve Hosey, Tom Goodwin. Again, the list goes on and on and on. And if you were to compare, go ahead.
What about the wizard Ron Frazier?
Absolutely, Ron Frazier deserves to be up there as well. And I think, obviously college baseball coaches don't get the same allure and the same attraction like college football or basketball coaches do. But Skip Bertman helped really lay the foundations for the growing popularity of college baseball as well. So let's not forget the national appeal that he helped the game dive into there a little bit.
Okay. Dylan?
You think of what Mike Martin did in Florida State. I think Jim Morris at Miami, right? Yeah, Miami. Thank you. I know what Coach Sullivan's done in Gainesville. USC's got coaches. UCLA. College baseball's got Augie of Texas. Of course, we got a former Tennessee's former coach now managing the Giants. Not very well this year, but that's a story for another day.
Well, that's the first year a college coach jumped straight into the big leagues.
Yep.
And that project is not going probably as planned.
Yeah.
All right, Adam, what about you?
I couldn't tell you shit about college baseball except for whenever I watch the final Omaha. That's about the most I pay attention to college baseball. So, no, I do not have an answer for this question.
That's all right. I feel I'd be the same. I'd be the same way if you ever gave me something Pirates related.
I might have a Paul Skeens question.
Yeah. When they gonna let them play longer instead of taking them out that early?
Well, that's a good question. They pushed his start back. He's getting fatigued already. They pushed his start back from yesterday to Wednesday now against the Tigers. They started coming back. It's now 8-5 instead of 8-1. It was 8-1. It's 8-5.
I don't know. MLB's kind of been jumping back and forth. The hottest teams that were a week ago all freaking lost this weekend. Like Astros were losing, Dodgers were losing, Yankees are still fucking losing. Like I can't even keep up. Who's the best team right now? I remember at one point Milwaukee was a hot team. San Diego's a freaking hot team all of a sudden.
This has been, at least in recent memory from
Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay got me too, being a hot team right now.
For me,
and the White Sox. And the White Sox. That one, that's like a holy shit moment for me right now, is the Chicago White Sox. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you finish, Jason.
It's okay. For me, in recent memory, this has been without a doubt the streakiest season across the board for every team in Major League Baseball. The Chicago Cubs earlier this season had a 10-game losing streak. And then about a week after that ended, they followed it up with a 10-game winning streak. And then they had an 8-game losing streak. And then they had an 8-game winning streak. And not only that, but we've seen a lot of 15-2 scores. We've seen a lot of 14-1 scores. We've seen a lot of really just blowout games. So this has been, like I said, the streakiest season that I can recall in recent memory for a long time. So I don't know if it's a growing trend as a result of all the analytics and the watered down product that we see on the field, but it's definitely been peaks and valleys, and like you just said, Marcus, you alluded to the Dodgers right now. They're just finally starting to experience the wrong end of that trend right now.
Yeah. And well, here's a question for Adam. So where does this show go from after like season's over with in the World Series? Are y'all going to still keep this going during the off season, or are y'all going to run it back if we get another season in 2027 with the show?
I have not gotten that far yet.
Because I don't usually talk baseball during the off season. I just patiently wait till it come back. But Rich and I were talking about that Saturday.
We could follow the time and maybe start it at 8 and go NFL talks. Because I'm sure people are going to want to watch MNF anyway instead of watching us.
Well, why don't we make this Monday night thing a seasonal thing? When it's baseball, it's fans of the diamond. When it's football season, it can be fans of the gridiron or something.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of moving that around? Because that way Dylan will have a team he can actually talk about. I'm curious to see how. I'm curious to see how Goldilocks.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. At least the Rays are in first place. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm predicting right now, Jordan Love, Green Bay Packers, NFL MVP, baby. MVP season.
Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason. We know who the MVP is going to be this year is, and he's wearing number 9.
Hey, I got to show some love to the Valley kid. Jordan Love played at Liberty High in Bakersfield, just right down the street.
I literally just saw from NFL rumors that Joe Burrow is already getting NFL votes for the final.
Nice.
But if you followed Mr. Trigger this morning,
Matt Trigger. Look,
he
Matt,
definitely went off on Joe Burrow.
Matt, look, Matt, you're going off on the wrong Heisman Tiger. You need to shit talk Jaden Daniels because I feel bad if someone pops in. We can't have 5 screens. We need at least 4 or 6 because he owns the right to number 5 right now. So,
wait a minute. Well, first off, Joe Burrow put together one of the greatest, maybe the greatest season in college football history of what the Bayou Bengals did in 2019. And
greatest team ever. That was Coach O who did all that.
Yeah. I mean, the 3 games against Texas, Oklahoma, and Clemson were maybe the best, and even that Alabama game, that might have been the greatest offense I've ever seen in college football. Better than Miami, those 2001 Kings. Better than USC. Better than Texas. A team with Joe Burrow, Jamal Chase, Justin Jefferson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
Terrence Marshall, Foster Moreau. Even Randy Moss.
Yeah, maybe the best, top 2 or 3 cornerback in football, and Derek Stingley.
And Thaddeus Moss when he was badass in college. Now he couldn't do shit in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, too.
I said CH.
I didn't hear
it. Okay, well, I got one for you guys. Without any bias, what is the worst stadium in football? I'm going to leave Tropicana Field out of it because, well, who knows if the Rays are even going to be. What is the worst stadium? What is the worst stadium in baseball right now?
As far as what, Dylan? What are you asking? Because you get them bad seats in Wrigley Field. It's one of the greatest stadiums to go to, but it's old-fashioned, so there is a lot of what do they call them seats? Obstructive view seats in Wrigley Field.
Some of them obstructive views have good viewing. It just depends where you're sitting at.
No, in terms of history, tradition, does the stadium have modern amenities? Does it look like it need a big retrofit? I mean,
what's up, Robbie?
Can I say a
Because for
throwback?
me-
Can I say an old stadium? Because I
No,
can
I
name you a
mean
shit.
a stadium that is still in use today. Not Oakland Stadium, but a stadium that is in use today. Because to me, the one stadium that needs a retrofit or new stadium is Chicago, not Wrigley Field. The other
I'll give
one
you.
in the South
I'll give
Side.
you. I'll give you a better one. Tropicana Field.
I said, well, I'm leaving Tropicana Field out of it because it just. I
What do you
mean,
mean? They're
Tropicana
what do you mean?
Field.
They're already they were almost approved like a month ago to be building besides Raymond J Stadium.
I have no idea what's going on. I mean, the race lease ends next year. I don't know what's going to happen.
They were supposedly in line of building a what was that? A massive parking garage over there. They were putting the stadium beside Raymond James.
I can probably. The Brewers Stadium is shit. I know that they need a new fucking ballpark. That
That's
thing
like a
old as
brand new
shit.
field. That was only built in what 2001. I think it opened like 2 years after PNC Park.
It looks like crap. And then another one that's probably looked like crap is
Dude, Robbie, the Red Sox Stadium is awesome to go to if you ever get a chance. I went up there when the Pirates were there.
Coors
And-
Field's kind of shit too.
No,
And-
Coors Field's modern. It's fine.
When was
You know
when
what?
was Miller Park open, boys? Did anyone look it
April
up?
6, 2001.
Same year as PNC Park.
By the way, I'll tell you this, and I've been to the stadium. I mean, I don't think many people in Miami like Mullins Park. They'd rather have the old.
Did you sit in the outfield, Dylan?
I've sat infield. I've sat in a lot of places.
Oh, I got a good question for y'all. This should fit, especially should fit Adam and Jason real well. Give me the 5 most recent ballparks you visited.
The 5 most recent ballparks I visited: Oracle Park, Dodger Stadium. I visited Wrigley Field. Let's see. Aside from that, I've listed 3 so far. Edison, well, it used to be known as Edison Field, but it's Angels Stadium, where the Angels play, and then Petco Park as well down in San Diego. Those are the 5 most recent ones I've been to.
He went to every California one, baby.
Yeah, that is the only place I have not been to a baseball game yet.
Petco?
Cali?
I've never been to California, so no.
Me either.
Closest I've been was Oregon, and we were in Eugene.
Marcus, I did mention Wrigley Field, which I've been to recently, and that's in Chicago. So they're not all in California, but most of them. Obviously, I'm going to go to ballparks that are in close proximity to where I live here. But
Right, I've been to Cleveland. I went to Shea. I haven't been anywhere recently. I haven't even been to PNC Park this year, so there's problems in my life. Haven't even been to PNC Park this year. But I mean, I worked there, so like I was there a whole lot.
I want to hear Marcus's answer.
Well, 2 are in the same state. The last ballpark I actually went to was Globe Life in Dallas. I went to Globe Life. I went to Daikin. I went to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. And I went to both Yankee and Shea Stadium when I was in New York. And I got to go in the old one too before they demolished it. And I got to go in half of a Shea Stadium before they demolished the other half. So I toured an old and new stadium for 2 clubs while I was out there.
back in 2000, I did see an Arizona Diamondbacks game when Chase Field was known as the Bank One Ballpark. And you talk about a cavernous freaking cave. Okay.
You know, the Rangers' old ballpark is now a football stadium. They turned it into a football stadium. It's now Choctaw Stadium. I've been in it as a ballpark. Like, the only time I saw a non-Astros game, we went watch the Rangers. I was given a free ticket to the Rangers and the Yankees while I was up there. And I just said, I'm going to go watch Derek Jeter beat these fucking Rangers. And That was at their old ballpark. I've been in the Astrodome countless times. And like I said, the old Yankee Stadium, got to go in it before they demolished it, got to go in Shea Stadium. And that's just MLB's. That's the only ones I've been to.
I've never been to the Rogers Center. Apparently, Robbie said it's generally a nice place, I guess.
I'd love to go. Like, if I ever go to Canada, I want to go to Toronto and Montreal for sure. But
if I go to Toronto, I'm definitely touring the NHL Hall or the Hall of Fame.
It used to be the Sky Dome too. Like when WrestleMania 6 was over there, it was the Sky Dome. Yeah, what's next? You're gonna go to a Tim and Hortons while you're in Canada?
Tim Hortons.
I don't drink coffee, boys. I don't drink coffee, gentlemen.
Is it better? Is it better here or up there?
You don't drink coffee. Why is coffee in your intro song? Woke up in the morning, coffee in my hand, something, something, something. I'm the fantasy man.
I don't know.
Dude, this new Brown Stadium looks freaking awesome. I hate to say it.
By the way, trivia question for you guys: who hit the first home run at the Rogers Center?
First
I don't know,
home run?
Well, then who hit the first home run in the Astrodome?
Like who hit the first home run at PNC Park?
Mickey Mantle.
He got that one right.
Yeah, Mickey.
1965, because the Yankees played the Astros an exhibition game, and if you really actually want to be politically correct, Joe Morgan hit the first home run against the Astros AAA team. But
did you see Buffalo Bills got a nice stadium? I saw a bit of it for that preseason game against the Panthers.
I'm not sure why Josh Allen and DJ Moore were playing, but that's the way for another day. They maybe more.
No. Put it this way.
Maybe that was just a break in the new stadium, Dylan.
Plus, we're now in an era where no starters are going to play a preseason game at all.
I mean, look at all teams. We played a bunch of backups against each other this weekend.
Every team did that.
Dude, this new Brown Stadium looks freaking sick. I hate to say it.
Everyone's all of a sudden getting skyline roofs. I think the Bills are going to be the only team to not put a skyline roof or any kind of roof in a new stadium, because Washington's supposed to get a new stadium. They're going to have a skyline roof. Tennessee Titans are getting a new stadium with a skyline roof. Cleveland Browns are getting a new stadium. The Bears are. Well, Ken told me they might go back to an open stadium, and Jacksonville's getting a skyline roof too. But same field, but they're going to renovate the fucking shit out of it, where it looks like a whole different stadium.
Jay should have taken his phone with him and then videoed him cooking dinner. That would have been awesome.
I already ate, and I'm shocked I'm even here today, because I am going to be in fucking pain tomorrow.
Wow, what happened?
I went to the gym.
So did I. And actually it was good, because I was not the youngest one there today for once.
I went to the gym for the first time since 2014.
Did you hit it hard, or what'd you do? Let's hear about
I did upper body today. I'm going to do upper body. I did upper body and triceps and biceps today. I'm doing mid area tomorrow, and then Friday I'm going to do leg work and auxiliaries on Friday. But I'm going to go 3 days a week, but I want to do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, but this week and next week we have games on Thursday, so it's going to mess my workout schedule up.
Why don't you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday? That'd be better for your schedule.
Friday, I help coach football. Friday, high school football season start up. So
I thought we were going to get
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, unless we have a Thursday.
I thought we were going to get cooking with Jay. I thought you were going to take your laptop, Jay, and show us you making dinner. You're on mute, buddy.
Slight change of plans. I had to go out and feed the dogs first.
Oh.
Did you? And you ordered Uber Eats, didn't you?
Hell's yes.
Join the party.
What'd you get today, Jay? Jimmy John's?
No. Robertitos, a local taco place here in town called Robertitos. They make really good taquitos and chili rellenos and everything. So yeah.
And that is Cooking with Jay on Monday nights.
I'm actually quite a good cook, believe it or not. I'm pretty handy in the kitchen. So
I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying you said you were
I know.
cooking today, and your daughter's the one that insisted we order out, didn't she?
That one time she did, yes. And I keep trying to get her to come onto the show, but she won't do it. She refuses to do it. So she's like her mother. She's very introverted that way. So
Wait,
I don't force her
she's
to do it.
she's made guest appearances in the background.
Yeah, but she's always skeptical of like whom I'm appearing on the show with. Like after she made that guest appearance, she said, "Dad, how do you know those guys?" I'm like, "I just know them." And she said, "That's kind of creepy, Dad." I'm like, "Just go mind your own business."
She act like that was a one and done thing.
Why it's a boys' show.
All right.
You should be like, no, honey, this is guys I talk to every single week. These ain't different people every week. That would be creepy.
Yeah, no kidding. Message to me: never take information or hints from Marcus.
The only thing good I'll say.
Wait, I talk to you all the time, Jay. I should be like a regular now.
Yeah,
You are
I'm more of a
regular
regular. I'm a regular too. I'm just a dumbass.
Yeah,
I'm the dummy.
No, you're not.
I literally
Adam and
called
are
Jay.
chill,
I call Jay on the phone all the time.
and I text him and call him up sometimes too. So.
Have you been doing your Dodgers show lately? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any episodes lately, or unless I'm missing something.
I didn't do one last week because last week was real busy with the family plans that I told you guys about, but I am coming back with one this week. So I'm going to rant more about Kyle Tucker on that show, and then I'll talk a little bit about how the impending Mark Walters financial problems with Guggenheim are going to affect the Dodgers down the road.
I was going to ask you, do you think he's going to sell, or what do you think he's going to do, Jay?
Yes. And here's why, because here's what's happened. The DOJ has investigated him. And they have told him, if you want to avoid a federal indictment, you need to start paying off all of these loans that you have either defaulted on or you have cheated on. The only way he's going to do that is by selling off majority shares of the sports teams that he owns. He's already done it with the Los Angeles Lakers just 18 months after he purchased them. He's starting to do that with Todd Bailey as they're looking into selling their soccer team, Chelsea FC.
That's not good for me. That's not good for me.
And I think the next order of business here, Dylan, well, after they do dump their majority shares of Chelsea FC, the next order of business will be to sell the majority shares of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Because I read a report today on Bloomberg.com that shows Steve.
How bad is he in debt?
Let's try it to the tune of $35.3 billion. Okay, you're not gonna pay off all those loans by selling just one sports team. And the DOJ has literally told him, if you want to avoid federal indictment, you need to start selling off majority shares of all these teams. So they have not only told him that, but they confiscated his laptop computer. They've confiscated his cell phone. And guys, look, when the FBI starts investigating you for something, they will find it. They will find something that slipped through the cracks or that went through an email. And they've already told Mark Walter, look, we caught you red-handed. We know what you've done. Just start doing what you can to start paying off all these defaulty loans right now. And as far as the Dodgers are concerned, I don't think he'll be selling his shares in the Dodgers this season. I believe it will come at season's end, so that way he'll have enough time to collaborate with the other owners across Major League Baseball to figure out A, how he's going to sell those majority shares. But more importantly, B, what's going to happen when the Dodgers eventually do go back up for sale? Because I have a feeling that once that happens, I think Stan Kroenke will jump in and make a bid to purchase the Dodgers because he tried to purchase them the first time before they were sold to Walter. And if you think about it, when you look at the sports empire that Kroenke has built with the Colorado Avalanche, the Denver Nuggets, and now the LA Rams and the success they've had, purchasing the Dodgers while also having the Rams would be perfect for Stan Kroenke. I don't like Stan Kroenke personally myself. I think he's kind of a cheapskate, but he's very good at what he does. And that's just my feeling. But again, I don't think as far as Walter selling off his share of the Dodgers will happen until after the season. I think MLB and the DOJ will wait for all that to happen.
Well, I just want to report. I just got a text.
Yeah.
Bad knee and all. He just went deep again.
Shohei?
Yep.
Nice. It's about time. That's like the second time in the last 8 games that he's gone deep. So come on,
That's
show
good,
him.
that's good for one of our teams. That's good for one of our teams. I think you have Shohei, right, Adam?
Yeah.
The hitter.
And John
Shohei.
Harbaugh is showing likes in Najee Harris. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Interesting.
Is he not like Scatterboo? Is that my guess?
I don't know. Maybe Cam's not completely healthy coming off that broken leg, but who knows?
But they have his other big running back though too. They signed
Tyrone Tracy from Purdue. Tyrone Tracy.
They signed Keaton. They brought him over from the Ravens.
Hey, guys, I hate to duck out. I'm going to have to go pick up my daughter from volleyball practice here pretty soon. So can I go and get my parting shot before I'm out of here?
Yeah, we're gonna get off here. We're at an hour anyway. We're doing good tonight.
Thank you.
Jay, will you be with us tomorrow night?
No, I have some personal business to tend to tomorrow night, so I will miss open mic night.
Oh, and we're getting a Dodger show Thursday or Friday?
More than likely you'll get it on Friday.
Let me know so we can share it out there.
Will do. So yeah, before I go, you guys can find me on X/Twitter at DodgerJason. Feel free to follow me and comment with me on there as well. And my Dodger show is called It's Dodgers Time, the podcast. Like I just told Adam, probably coming your way this Friday. For my parting shot tonight, I just want to say this. I read a very sad story today on ESPN.com about the passing of O.J. Bergantz, former Baltimore Raven, NFL linebacker who passed away from ALS at the age of 57 or 56. I know the NFL has poured a lot of money into finding ways to mitigate the damage of CTE and severe concussions. But if you look at O.J. Bergantz and you look at Chris Johnson, the great former Tennessee Titans running back who just publicly disclosed his ALS diagnosis, and you couple that with Steve Gleason, the former New Orleans Saints player who came out with ALS several years ago.
Or even Dwight Clark.
And Dwight Clark as well, yes. What I'm continuing with here is I really, really hope that the National Football League starts now looking into scientific study and research about the link between ALS and hits in the NFL, because this is no longer just something that's random. I do believe that there is a connection now with all of these ALS cases recently and the prolonged physical violence or toll that football takes on a player's body. So rest in peace to O.J. Bergantz. I hope his family finds some measure of peace and solace during this difficult time. And again, NFL, National Football League, please make research of ALS and NFL hits another top priority for you. You've done it with CTE and concussions. Please do it for ALS, because this is not some random flaw. This is something that is seriously happening. And I would expect that in the next couple of years, more retired players are going to come out with ALS diagnosis. That's all I got to say, guys.
Or the Lou Gehrig disease.
Or Lou Gehrig's disease, yes. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure talking with you again. Take care. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you on the flip side.
All right, Jay. Have a good night, buddy.
You too.
Mark, did you see our see our background for this evening?
I love it. Great.
By the way, did you hear? By the way, did anybody see the awful call the umpires made in Philadelphia? They just screwed the Marlins tonight, and the Marlins ended up losing by a run. Oh boy! I mean, one of the Marlins players hit a ball down the line. The umps originally called it foul, then called it fair, but only awarded 2 runs instead of maybe all 3 runs scoring. The Marlins manager claimed McCullough was ejected, and Miami ended up losing by 1 run. I mean, come on, man.
So, this week's the week I'm going back to Wednesday nights because we have a scrimmage Thursday. So I got a special edition of On the Go.
What time?
It will 8 p.m. Central, presented by the College Huddle. myself and Trey Tucker from Georgia. We might have a few others representing the SEC. We're going to do an SEC prediction show where we're going to predict every SEC team's schedule. Will they be bowl eligible? Will they make the playoffs? Who wins the SEC championship? And which ones have a better advantage of winning it all this year? It should be a stacked show. As of now, it's me and Trey. We're trying to get some more guys from the College Huddle to join that are SEC chapter. So you guys are going to be in for a treat Wednesday night. And yeah, all the College Huddle is basically it's just a giant group chat with content creators like us from all around the country that do college shows, and we share their stuff. Be like, hey, you want to be a guest? We'll hit them up. That's basically all it is. It's not a network. It's just a group of collegiate content creators. And they put me on the boat to represent LSU.
Marcus, you might not be wanting to say, but what do you have LSU's record being this year?
When I did my preview on LSU, I have them going 10-2 with a playoff appearance.
Let me see if I could guess LSU's losses right now. That would mean probably beating Clemson Labor Day weekend. I think.
My Clemson ticket was $233.
You better have plenty of water bottles, my friend, because the heat index in New Orleans today, 123 degrees.
Well, it's not in New Orleans; it's in Baton Rouge.
I know, and Baton Rouge is like a wolf. Well, basically,
it'll be a night game, so if anything, the hottest they'll probably get is like in the 80s. If we're lucky, we'll be in the 70s at night, but probably the lowest, the hottest they'll get at night is probably in the 80s. But I think it might drop to like 78, 79.
Do you have LSU beating Alabama, Texas?
No, they're too long. They're beating Alabama. They're beating fucking Ole Miss. They have to beat Ole Miss. No, their two losses will be Texas and a loss that's going to piss everybody off. I think Tennessee's going to upset LSU in Baton Rouge, in Knoxville.
Ooh.
So I have them losing 2 in a row from Texas and Tennessee. They're back to back. They're going to go in that Texas game 10-0.
That'd be something if Texas and LSU are 9-0 going into that game November 14th.
Ole Miss is going to be a dogfight, but I think it'll be a struggle win. A&M's going to be a dogfight, and it'll be a struggle win. Clemson, I think they're going to handle Clemson. I ain't worried about Clemson.
Is the A&M game in College Station?
Hold on, I got the schedule. I think it's in, but let me go look at it again. I know Ole Miss is on the road.
Yeah, that's at the Grove.
They have 5 road games: Ole Miss, Kentucky, Auburn, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Everybody else is at home.
Okay, so you get A&M. Oh, at Ole Miss, A&M.
A&M's at home.
I know.
They're back. Auburn's going to be another struggle game because they're bringing the Tiger Bowl back. They're only going to have 5 blowouts. They're going to blow out Louisiana Tech, McNeese, Kentucky, Mississippi State, and Arkansas. That's going to be all blowouts.
Well, I think Clemson could be a blowout in a couple weeks.
We'll see.
This is the worst Clemson team I can remember Dabo Swinney having in a long time. And last year's Clemson team was better than this one. Won and pooped the bed.
Well, I'm about to go. I'm about to see what Solo does here. I'm at Dirty South ENT _ Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now On the Go is now a part of Driving to the Top Productions, Dirty South Entertainment, and the College Huddle. Boom.
And coming to a best ball draft nearby, the Big D, Dylan at Sports One. I don't know what I'm doing this week or next. I know I have a show coming out a week from Monday. I think about Hurricane Andrew, and let me tell you this: hurricanes are no fun. I mean, look, a hurricane hit Hawaii this past weekend.
That's weird. First hurricane in a long time.
1992.
All right. Well, you can get me at Driving to the Top Productions on YouTube. You can also find me on at Sports Talking It on Twitter, at McNally on Facebook. I must thank all our guests for tuning in, saying, hey, how you doing, commenting, and Dylan, Mark, Jason, always great to have you guys by our side. And we will see you tomorrow night on Open Sports Mic.